he singing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what? I wanted to talk to you about the Modular mates for your pantry. They are celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. Can you believe it? Tupperware Modular mates have been sold around the world for 40 years solid. They're still one of the best sellers in Tupperware. They're one of the most favouriteest products of mine because I love having a beautiful pantry, all right? Now, what I wanted to do is just explain to you a few bits and pieces. I do have a little cheat sheet here. I wrote down a few notes because I didn't want to forget anything because there's so many features, there's so many benefits to having Modular mates in your pantry, all right? I will need my glasses just to have a little bit of a glance. So, why would you purchase Modular mates? Well, it's because... Let's take this one, for example. It's the seal. So when Earl Tupper invented the Wonderlear bowl, he grabbed a paint tin and he flipped it upside down, and that became the Tupperware seal. So then 40 years ago, what they did is they... Oh, forget, I should have grabbed a clean one. 40 years ago, they grabbed that Wonderlear bowl seal and they turned it into a Modular mate seal, and that's why it'll make your food last, some people say, up to 5 years longer than just sitting in the, I've got one of these, have you grab one of these, you might wrap a rubber band around it, they will last 5 years longer than that sitting in the pantry with a rubber band around it. Or maybe you nice and neatly do that with a peg and you think, oh, it's gorgeous. Or maybe you might want to go to the dollar shop and buy a container in there. It's the seal that is not really the Tupperware standard in quality and in freshness, all right? So that's the first reason why you would buy a Tupperware container, all right? Next one is, they have the classic, so this is the classic sheer with an ultra clear window, all right? So you can just take a picture of your pantry when you go shopping. You just pull up the picture and you go, oh yeah, right, we need a little bit more coconut flour. No, we're right for penne pasta. If COVID taught us anything, it's that penne pasta is the last pasta on the shelves. So we're right for penne pasta, that's all good, you know. Or we're right for milk powder. Or we might need a little bit more rice. I can see my rice container's a little bit empty. So it saves you time. It will save you time, it'll save you waste, it'll save you space, and it'll save you money as well, all right? How many times have you gone to the pantry and you've opened up something and you go, ah, or you taste it and you go, oh, this tastes, or what's that crawling around in there? Right, you've got to chuck it. That's a lot of money that you're chucking after the first year. And I've had some of these products like penne pasta. I've had that in my pantry for almost 2 years now, all right? There's some things that travel quite quickly, and there are some things that last forever. And I know if that was in a plastic bag with a rubber band around it in the pantry, that wouldn't last 2 years, maybe 3 months, 4 months, maybe 6 months if you're lucky, depending on what weather and temperature that you're in. So they will make your food last a whole lot longer, all right? Now, it is like Lego. It's like Tetris for big people, right? And for little people as well, right? So you can see, you can measure up your pantry according to the height of your shelves. So my little squares here, they are a 5 high, all right? So this is an oval, and that's a super oval. So can you see the difference? See how an oval is this deep, a super oval is that deep? And you know that it's an oval number 5 because you can see, can you see there? There you go, there's a 5, it's back to front, but that's the 5 on the bottom, and it will also tell you in litres how much this holds. So this holds 2.9 litres, all right? So that's my oval 5, so that I know I can grab an oval 5, and I can grab my 2 2s, and I can grab a 1, so I know that 2 2s and a 1 is the same height as a number 5. So that's why my OCD is totally relaxed, because my pantry is like that. And I am totally, hopelessly devoted to my pantry, right? So that's another reason why you would invest in the Tupperware Modular mates for your pantry, all right? The next thing is, it's totally bug-free. So because of, like I said, because of the seal, actually with the seal, see there's a little groove there? That's your little tab. You undo that tab. You undo that tab as well. It'll extend the life of your seal. And that just lines up with the little groove. Get into the groove. And that's another reason why it locks in all of the freshness. It locks out all of the bugs and the weevils. Now, some people say that they still have weevil problems. You know why? Because they keep the packet in the container with it, and in the glue on the packet down the bottom, that's where some of the weevils and the pantry moths lay their eggs. It comes home, you get into a nice warm dark pantry, and everyone decides they want to have some fun, and they start eating all the food that you've prepared for them. This way, if you do happen to get a pantry moth or something in one of your containers, it's going to stay in the container. It's not going to infest everything else. Take them out of the packet, pop them in there, and then that way when you throw away the packet, you're throwing away all of the pantry moths and the bugs as well. With flour, some people actually pop their flour. So for example, this is coconut flour in here. I bought this coconut flour about 18 months ago because I don't use it very often, and it still smells like coconut flour, all right? Now, if that was just sitting in the pantry 3 months, 4 months, then I'd have to chuck it, right? That way, with the pantry moths and the bugs, they won't get in there at all. They'll stay out, all right? So that's another reason why you would buy the Tupperware Modular Mates, all right? The other, I've got a cold list here. Oh, portion control. Oh my goodness. Have you ever bought a packet of chips, right? This is the large packet of chips that I got from Aldi. Have you ever bought a packet of chips and you think, right, let's put them, what sort of size container shall we put them in? Let's put them in, oh, I don't know, let's say you might want to put them in a Super Oval number 4, right? And then you pop the top out, and you know, everyone's helping themselves to chips, and then at the end of the night you go, have we eaten that entire packet of chips? Oh my goodness, no wonder you put on 10 kilos over Christmas, Peter. All right, with the portion control, what you can do with that large packet, you might want to spread them out through a few Oval number 3s, all right? Or you might want to pop them into a few Oval number 1s, and there's your portion control. You can take these with you. They don't have to live in the pantry. You can actually take them with you, so it's food on the go as well, all right? Great for the fridge and for the pantry, all right? So that's those. Now, why else would you invest in a Tupperware Modular Mate container? Let me just double check my... All right, so, they look great. They absolutely look beautiful. That's another reason why. The other reason is you can get them for 15 to 25% off when you join Tupperware and purchase the wholesale URL. That's another reason why you would join them. All right. Now, what else? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, you can go caravanning, camping. You can go boating. You can pop them when you're moving house. All you have to do is just pick up the entire lot, pop them into your moving container, and away you go. You don't have to worry about, you know, spilled rolled oats or anything rolling around everywhere. The other reason is there's different shapes. So not only are there different sizes, there's different shapes, all right? So you can... This is my milk powder container. That's my square number 4 for my milk powder. I'm dairy free, but I do every now and again cook with milk powder. And so I just pop it in here, and I know that 12 months later I've still got fresh milk powder. That's still good to use, right? So that's my square number 4. You can get the rectangles as well. Now with a rectangle, you know, the super ovals fit perfectly onto the rectangles there. And with the squares, the ovals fit perfectly onto the squares, all right? So that's another reason why you would invest in the Tupperware Modular Mates, all right? The other thing that we've got going on is you don't have to use them for food alone. I've got all of my Tupperware silicone in a rectangle with some measuring cups. So when I go baking, I just pull the whole lot out and there I'm done, right? And I know they're going to stay nice and fresh. The bugs and things aren't going to crawl all over them. They're going to stay nice and clean in there. The other thing is, let me show you. What was I going to... Here we go. I've got all my Halloween decorations in here as well, so I know next Halloween I don't have to buy, you know, I don't have to spend another $50 on Halloween decorations. I just go to last year's and pull that out and I'll upgrade and add a few bits and pieces in there. I've also got my craft work. So, you know, see how I bedazzled my maracas? So in here, I've got my blue in there, so I can keep everything nice and organised in here. I have actually actually started to, let me tell you, I have. There's my little fasteners in there, so you don't have to keep them for food. There's my little fasteners in there. So yeah, there's lots of different reasons why you would invest in the Tupperware Modular, mates. They are 15 to 25% off when you purchase your own wholesale URL. You can deck out your pantry all in one go, or you can, depending on your budget, this month I might get my rice container, next month I get my milk powder container, you know what I mean? So you can mix and match that way. It is a really good time. Let me just double check that I've done everything that I wanted to do. Oh, you know the other thing? If the dog chews it, you can buy a spare part. So you don't have to buy the whole container. You can just buy a seal whenever you need to, right? And stock up that way. If you've got any questions or suggestions, let me know. Forget your troubles and get happy and dance till your cares away. Shout out and get happy. I'll see you all another day. Yes, I will. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.